Michael right here. Congratulations. I know it's been, a couple hours since your big win, so I guess how are you feeling after, another spectacular performance like that?
Felicidades, par de horas desde tu victoria. O sea, ¿cómo te sientes después de una victoria como esta?
Muy bien, tranquilo, ya más calmado después de la pelea y pues muy feliz por esta oportunidad que Dios me dio por salir con la victoria y con la mano en alto.
Very happy, more, a little cooler now and calmer after the fight, and happy and grateful for this opportunity that God's given me to win this fight.
Can you walk us through the shot that dropped him and then the follow-up punches that eventually put him away?
Vamos al paso a paso de lo que pasó, o sea, el golpe que inició todo hasta el momento que básicamente se terminó la pelea. Después hablar un poquito de esa secuencia.
Sí, ya teníamos estrategia planeada, pelear bajito con él, es un peleador pequeño pero súper fuerte, entonces había que trabajar un poquito flexionado mediante su altura, entonces trabajamos de esa manera, trabajamos muy calculado y frío, estaba súper nervioso en los camerinos, estaba recagado de nervios, creo que fue eso también parte fundamental de mantenerme alerta en toda la pelea, pero pues todo salió muy bien.
I think the key here is we're talking about a very stocky fighter, so it had that low center of gravity. So we just basically knees flexed all the time and trying to stay at the same level that he was. We worked on that a lot. Able to be cool, calm, collected. I mean, listen, the corner helped me out. I was really nervous. I was shitting my pants back in the locker room, but they were just basically they calmed me down, and I was able to follow the strategy in the fight.
The performance of the nights were Nickel, BSD, Pradas, and Morales. They all won $50,000.
Well, Dana, in the end, a much more dominant fight for Islam than maybe we thought. I thought maybe it was going to be a bit more 50-50.
I agreed with you.
What did you think of his performance, Jack's performance, and the whole fight?
Yeah, I mean, not the most exciting title fight you'll ever see, but let me tell you what, complete dominance. And it's depending on what we do next with him and what's going on, this guy's headed toward GOAT talk.
Right, and that's the thing, right? What exactly do you do next with him? It's no surprise there's a lot of guys who want to fight him. Kamaru Usman, Shavkat, Ilia Topuria is calling him out. Is the Ilia fight, that's obviously the biggest fight, right? But is that one you would like to look at, or would you rather keep Ilia at 55 and make him defend that championship at least?
I don't know yet. Obviously, the great thing that you just laid out is we have a lot of options.
Yeah.
And it depends on what he wants to do. Has he been through here yet?
Islam, no.
No. So does he want to stay at 170? Is he interested in 155? Is he, I don't know. I don't know any of those questions. Answers.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense we're going to hear the words White House quite a lot from fighters over the next few months. Islam is already calling for that. Is that, I think when we think about the White House, it's almost like, oh, does it have to be America versus the world themed and stuff like that? For you, would you be happy putting a non-American main event on that card?
Yeah, it's not America versus the world. It's what's the best card we can build.
So could Islam end up on the White House?
We're talking about him possibly, GOAT talk here, depending on what he does in his next couple of fights. So it's a possibility.
And then speaking of GOAT talk again, Valentina Shevchenko, another crazy dominant performance. I saw you did a podcast where you said that fight would never be boring, and then it turned out that Valentina just kind of smoked her. Curious your thoughts on that fight as well.
Yeah, I thought that, Weili's a little pit bull. I thought she would she would be much stronger and do better in that fight than she did. One of my buddies texted me after the fight and said, this is why we have weight classes.
I mean, Zhang's a very strong woman, and Valentina just kind of threw her around like no business. Would you be interested in Valentina maybe moving back to 135 to try and test herself, or are you okay with her making those calls?
I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that kind of shit.
Okay. And last one from me. Yesterday, Jorge Masvidal did a Q&A, and he said that the UFC is mad at him for something. He wouldn't get into details.
I was just talking to him 30 minutes ago.
Why are you mad at him?
I have no idea. I didn't know I was.
Okay, cool.
We're definitely not mad at him.
He wants to come back and fight at the White House.
I got no problem. I have no problem with him.
Right here. The rest of the main card, a couple of star-making performances in Mike Morales and Carlos Pratas. I know you guys have always been high on Carlos, but to put away Leon like that and calling himself the most entertaining fighter in the division, just what did you make of his kind of, like I said, star-making performance out there?
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you get these kind of opportunities, like Ewing tonight, I mean, when you get an opportunity, you come to make the most of it, and there was a lot of that on the card tonight.
Valentina, you're here to your right. Congratulations, that was an extremely dominant and impressive performance. How did it go relative to your expectations and your game plan?
to say. I definitely expected a lot of. I was preparing for a war. I even took all my anti-inflammatory pills with me because I didn't know how I'm gonna walk out from the octagon. But I feel that as a training camp and all trainings, what I did and in preparation for this fight, it was so hard that it's helped me to have more less hard fight. But it was not something that I felt like, oh, it's gonna be easy, something like that. Or during the fight, I felt no. During the fight, from the very beginning to the very end, I could not let myself to be very sure, oh, it's going great and I relaxed now. No, because fighting with the highest level opponent, Weili, and she's highest level opponent, very dangerous in every moment. And knowing that she has this knockout power, one punch, it's kind of like when I saw I had several body kicks that it's kind of one more and it's gonna be it. But then you have to remember, if you approach too early, too soon, there is a punch that's gonna hit you very hard and you might be finish on the ground, on the floor, and you don't wanna do that. That's why I say the highest level, it's every time they don't, so you don't have any right to make any mistake. That's why, for example, we can see so many knockouts or other when the level of the fighters a little bit different. But when the level is kind of the same and the highest, it's gonna be more struggle between each other.
Congratulations. I know this is a moment you've dreamt of for your entire career as long as we've talked to you. How good does it feel to have it happen compared to all your dreams about it?
Feel so happy. I stay now try to control, but it's the biggest day in my life and so happy to be double UFC champion in Madison Square Garden. And what I told all fight week is my dream today.
Did you think that it was going to be that one-sided? Were you expecting Jack to maybe show a little more resistance on the ground or the feet?
When I take him down first time, I feel it's gonna be a long night and I can do whatever I want in the ground because I expect for him he gonna try to get up, but we're working. We watch his all fights. He have couple sweep, couple things in the ground, but I block him there, and that's why I make this easy.
What did you say to Craig Jones after?
I told him, your jiu-jitsu not working. You have to come to Dagestan for 2-3 years.
What did he say?
He started laughing. He told Khabib, I will come Dagestan.
This is obviously your first fight at welterweight. How much better do you think the performances can get as you grow into this weight class?
Yeah, I will. I feel better today. I feel like I never feel before, I feel more power, more confident when I strike, when I move, I see all his punches and I feel much better today. I feel I can control anyone in the ground and I never feel like that, sure.
What do you think that going forward, in this division, a lot of good guys, some big performances tonight. Ilya called you out. Michael Morales and Carlos Prates both want a shot. Shavkat wants a shot. Usman wants a shot. Who's the guy?
Crazy. Everybody wants something. Yeah, this is the much competitive division right now, welterweight. Sure, 100%. A lot of young guys who fought today. Next week's gonna fight couple guys, and also Kamaru, Tapuria, all killers want to take my belts.